Fucking speaking of the world ending though, I seen some shit about spiders parachuting out the sky and shit. Did you see that?
Don't tell me that shit. I can't. I don't like
Hold on.
spiders. I don't
He
like
says
spiders.
spiders are out here raining from the sky like water, bro.
That gotta be something in like Revelation or something, bro. Because I don't understand this.
Fucking
I don't know. Like, yo, the weather is crazy. Like it's like 1 minute it's about to be snow. It's about to be 72 up in this bitch tomorrow. I'm like,
this shit don't make no sense. It makes no. I mean, I guess it is about to be spring, but this shit is in overdrive, bro.
Oh, but you know what? In terms of that, though, now they're gonna try to pass a law to make daylight savings like a thing forever.
I don't understand it from to begin with. Like, what is
It was for farmers.
explain, bro? Because that
Some
shit ain't
people
make
tell
no
me it's
sense.
from farmers. Some people tell me it's for school kids, so they don't like take the bus in the dark and all this other extra shit. And I'm just like, you know what? How about like, no? Listen, I have my baby's whole routine has been pushed forward an hour. So now he wakes up at 12 and 4. Now let me tell you why I got a problem with that. I wake up at 5. So now I gotta wake up at 4 to make him a bottle, then go to sleep for an hour just to be woken up about. Every day this week, I've been taking an extra 30 minutes to wake up because I cannot stand this shit. It's not the baby's fault because he's a baby. He don't know.
He don't know
You
what
know
the fuck's going on.
He don't know what's going on.
You got an
But I know
internal
it is.
clock.
Yeah.
And your internal clock don't shift. It just knows when it's dark outside, it's nighttime. When it's light outside, it's fucking daytime. But none of that shit makes sense. But yeah, so this shit is called the fuck is the name? This is called a Joro spider. And basically they use their webs to form like parachutes, and they jump off trees and use the gust of wind to fucking like soldiers jumping out of a fucking helicopter about to attack some bases and some shit.
What do they do when
they just spread. Like that's how they travel. They fucking web parachutes everywhere. Shit's crazy.
Where are they most prominent so I can avoid the area?
Well, basically that's what they're saying. It started in Asia, but now because of all the containers and shit that's been coming over, it says they've been migrating. So they've been found in Georgia right now.
Oh yeah, so fuck Georgia. They can have that shit.
Imagine you in ATL, you going to get some wings or some shit, and you just see clouds of spiders just descending out the sky on you.
The states that have like the worst track record, like people of color and shit, are always going to get the most. Like Florida, they got like crocodiles, like you at any given moment. You know what I mean? They got like Texas got like snakes and all this other shit. Like y'all fuck with people of color. Y'all don't worry, y'all gonna get that karma, bro.
Get the wrath of Mother Nature on your ass.
Hell yeah, dude. And they need it too because they need to learn not to fuck with us.
They won't. This is the same shit over and over. But I did see that just because we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, that all the HBCUs that got bomb threat called in on them, they're eligible for federal grant money now. So they get even more federal money because some racist somewhere decided to just call a bunch of HBCUs for the whole month of February. So you fucking idiot.
Some white supremacist somewhere is like fuming right now.
God damn it, we can't keep them down.
We told them not to teach them how to read. Now they got colleges.
Goddamn critical race theory.
Some people are mad about that going to schools in like Canada and shit. And like, I was reading about it, and I was like,
history is history, bro.
There's always two sides to a coin. And like, I can understand why this would be bad because some people are too woke for their own good, right? And it's like everything got to be a gender thing, a race thing. Like it always got to be something along these lines. When like, yo, shut the fuck up. It doesn't really got to be. But then there's those people on the other end who really don't want to deal with any of that stuff in the first place when it comes up.
The I don't see color people.
You don't see color?
I don't see
color. Why
do
you have an HD TV if you don't see color? It doesn't make any. It doesn't make any.
You stop at a red light, right? You go at a green light.
Exactly.
I think you see color.
Fuck out of here, bro. Like, I hate when people be saying that shit. So it's like, and even the crazy part is like Florida passed that do not say gay bill.
I know, I saw that.
Which
That's just
I
a funny name for it, though.
I went
Don't say gay.
and I looked at it, right, and I was like, because I know the
Okay.
first thing was like, if you find out that a student is like within that LGBTQ whatever community, the alphabet people community,
Uh-huh.
like, um, the teachers would be liable to tell like people in the school about it and basically out them, right?
Out the
That was
kid?
yeah, and that was part of the bill at first. But the bill that actually passed didn't have that provision in it.
Yeah,
They
that
took
would
that
cause
shit
a
out.
lot of kids to hurt themselves.
So the thing about it now is they're going to prevent teachers from pre-K to third grade from discussing these topics in school, leaving it up to the parents to kind of discuss it with their kids, right? And I have mixed feelings about it
Yeah,
because
that's kind of where I'm at now. Now that you're saying, I'm like, how do? Go ahead, go
so
ahead. I'm
so
trying to
here's how I
process
feel
it.
about it. Here's why I can understand. Some of these teachers are batshit crazy. And some of these teachers, instead of focusing on the curriculum at hand, they will go out of their way to like
Facts.
kind of indoctrinate these kids into something, right?
Add their own
And
personal
and
shit.
when I
Yeah.
say indoctrinate is different than allowing the kid to explore and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times I feel
Right.
like we as adults, like, kids watch us all the time and they listen to us, right? So you have to, I rather the kid have a curiosity to learn about something, and then you take
Mhm.
that opportunity to teach them how to respect all people no matter what. And then you teach them that if you as you grow and you start developing your own personality and learning about yourself, some of these things might pop up to you and might be questionable for you. Just know that you have the freedom to explore these things in a healthy manner so that you can love and respect yourself and the choices that you make as you get older, right? I
Right.
don't really agree with like putting the whole world on a kid's back and being like, figure this shit out now. And you know what I'm saying? Because they're kids. Like kids can say one thing one day and they do something the next. So I get
Which is
that.
fucked up.
Yeah, which I get that. So I get why they don't want the one in schools, but I don't get it because these teachers are there with them 8 hours a day. Who
Mhm.
else is going to answer their questions if their parents don't? Because at home, their parents could
Right.
be a bunch of pieces of shit, right? And
Right.
a lot of people see schools as the way to save kids. So, like, how are you going to be able to have these healthy conversations with these kids if you can't have them in a safe space in school?
A
But
lot.
it's a
A
double
lot of
edged sword
this.
because some people gonna take it to the extreme. So it's like I get it, but
Right.
like, how about we find a common ground and like try to make
Good
it a
luck
part
with
of the
that.
curriculum and a healthy space to teach these kids from pre-K to third grade. Like, yo, this is the world that we live in. This is the type of
Mhm.
people that's in this world. You may become one of these type of people as you grow up. You
You're
may not
gonna
understand
interact with
that
these
now,
people.
but you got to learn how to respect them, treat them as you would want to be treated, and
Mhm.
don't discriminate and accept them for who they are because they're still human beings. And these are the things that I think we need to allow teachers to put into our kids. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's about gender, race, or whatever. But making a
It all
law that
makes
kind of like
sense.
limit them is like, eh,
It all makes sense. And what's tricky with a lot of these laws is the wording. The wording. And
yes.
what I do agree with is the part where you said the parents. I get what you said. The parents would decide if they want to teach them that or something or whatever. Like I respect that. Parents should have the end all be all say so of what information their child is diving into, whether it be, politics or news or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the fuck, sexual orientation or just sex in general. But what you can't do is prohibit them from information. Like you can't
Yep.
say you can't learn this here. So they'll just go find a place where they can learn it. And then what happens is the source that you learn information from is important too. So if you learn from, say someone is in the LGBT community, they could skew it to make it so that the child feels one way or the other about that community. and vice versa if they are not in that community. So I mean, the source, whoever is teaching them, is going to be very important, and then what information they're giving them is going to be important. But this fight has been going on for years, like since sex ed in schools. They took it out because parents don't want to teach their kids about sex. It's like you can only hold back information from someone for so long, especially these kids. They got fucking access to the internet and they know how to Google more shit than you ever fucking thought of. So you could Eminem said it in a song, like, we don't want to show them sex, but then you could turn on National Geographic and watch two rhinos start fucking, and then you ask your mommy, what are they doing? And then now that conversation is going on again. So and then you're in school with a bunch of kids from all different walks of life, all different cultures. What if one kid does know about the LGBT community, and then he comes to school and starts teaching it to the other kids, and now
he don't know
you got a
goddamn thing because he's a kid. He doesn't fully understand it.
You got a bunch of confused, a bunch of fucking kids running around because they don't know if they're gay or straight, or what thoughts they have, or what means what. So it's just it's weird, but it's
we have a hard issue of like finding a middle ground that's healthy.
Yeah, that's why I said that shit is over. They politicize everything to where you're either on that side with it or you're on this side with it. There is no more gray area in thought anymore. There's no more two things can be true or vice versa or one or the other. It's either this or that, and like that shit is just gonna fucking ruin you in the end.
And I think they're trying to get away from it's either this or that by banning it from schools. Because like I said, some teachers will take it to the extreme, but there are teachers who understand that a child's mind is very malleable. So like it's their job to ensure that they give the kids the right information that they need, and they do it in a healthy fashion so that, you don't confuse the kid. Because like, you give a kid a very basic ass answer or certain shit, they're going to be like, okay. And then they're going to go like look for a cookie or something. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? And like as they grow, because you gave them an answer that they could understand, they're going to learn to trust you, which means that instead of going to somebody else and hearing some wild shit, they're going to entrust that you tell them something in a manner that they can understand. And I think because we have teachers and we already give teachers so much power by giving them our kids for 8 hours a day, like we should allow them, you know what I mean, to have these conversations in a healthy manner. Now, I said a healthy manner. I've seen some of these teachers on TikTok and shit.
Bro,
I tell you 100%, bro. Some of these motherfuckers is maniacs. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of them are maniacs. It is what it is. But there's maniacs in every single like topic of life. So like
every profession, every company, every job, the fucking mailman, your dentist could be a fucking maniac, but there's no way around it. Only thing is when you like, it's like we don't fucking learn like humanity. When you ban something, you make it 10,000 times more popular when you ban something. There was a book that got banned recently. It had like a little mouse on it. I forget the cover. I think it was like in reference to the Holocaust or something like that. They banned it. And then the minute they banned it in this one school district, that shit shot up to Amazon's like #1 bestseller list. Like you can't ban, right? You can't ban information. So if you start banning things like critical race theory, which is a fucking horrible name for it, if you start banning, information or just fucking general knowledge about the LGBTQ community, you're gonna make people more interested and fucking they're gonna go run to that shit, and they might run to the wrong source or the wrong person and tell them the wrong thing, and now your kid's fucked up. So
yeah, man, this some wild shit.
It's a fucking minefield you gotta navigate as a parent. So good luck to y'all, man. I wish y'all the best. Y'all are raising the future. I'll do my best to
this shit sucks. Because I'm not putting my kid in school. I think I'm gonna do it like when I feel comfortable that I'm in the school.
You can find a nice private school. because they gotta go to school. They gotta socialize. They gotta know how to deal with people. Because we already got fucking fucked up anxiety. People don't know how to talk to each other anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's using screens to fucking communicate. So at least make your kid have like a face-to-face skill if he ever needed.
No, I think so too. And like I do agree with that. So like, I'm just afraid because that's my baby. And like I'm telling you right now, my nigga, let that nigga come tell me like some kid been picking on him. I'm gonna fuck that kid up. Let him come tell me like some teacher said to him.
You just gotta teach your kid. You gotta teach your kid what to do in those scenarios.
I know. Go get daddy's like machete and just get in the room. I'll take care of it.
Let's scan the room. You gotta teach your kid how to be a lookout for a murder.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's all he needs. He doesn't need to look out for me. That's it. Just look out. Just whistle when you see somebody coming. For real, though, because I'm gonna knock that teacher the fuck out, bro. Trust me, I'm not playing by.
Yo, there that happened in the town I just moved from. There was a lady. She came to the school. I think the kid said the teacher like spit in her face when she was screaming at her about something. Yeah. She told her mom. Her mom came up to the school and beat that teacher's ass.
She had to, bro. You don't spit on nobody's kid.
I mean, you get an assault charge. You got to know what's coming. But she went in the building, found that teacher, and beat her ass on school grounds, bro. Like,
shout out
shit
to her,
crazy.
Man. She need bail. I'll pay it.
Shout out to the teachers too that just deal with these badass kids on the low. Because that whole slap a teacher challenge, fucking.
Nah, because I ain't gonna lie. Like coming up in school, like I always seen those type of kids who would give the teacher so much bullshit. And then you just sit there and you be like, why are you doing this? And it's just like, that's why I never wanted to be a teacher, bro. Like I got like people I went to school with that teachers now. I'm like, yo, let me hear one thing in your classroom go down. I will be there. And I will fucking do whatever
when you think about it, it doesn't seem worth it in any aspect. Like the initial pay is garbage.
Sucks.
The fucking you got to deal with on the worst case scenario, you got to deal with badass baby kids every day, all day for 8 hours. And then when those kids start fucking up, you got to deal with their parents. And then their parents are asking you, why is he failing? Why he don't? Because he's a fucking
That's my
idiot.
Baby. He didn't do nothing wrong. He be studying hard. No. In the third. Like, no, your kid
comes to school to fight. Yeah. He don't get no attention at home because you always doing some other shit. So now he come to school and fuck up the classroom and don't want to do his work. It's a whole fucking rabbit hole. So shout out to the teachers that actually teach, that actually fucking make education worthwhile, but fuck the rest of y'all. And with that being said, episode 22?
Yes, 22.
22. I Hate It Here podcast. Back again on you bitch ass motherfuckers. It's your boy Russ.
And it's your boy Kev.
And we are back in this thing. A lot more fuck shit of the week. How should we? I guess we start with hypothetical as usual. Keep it on brand. You know what to do. What you got?
54.
54 for your head top. If you could only eat the same breakfast, the same lunch, and the same dinner every day, what 3 meals would you choose? Damn. It sounds like some shit when you on death row. Like, that's all you'll ever eat.
You see, the thing about it is, like, does this negatively affect your health? Because
yes, it's food, nigga. Stop trying to find the loopholes in the food. That's some fat shit. You still got a fat mind. You ain't fat no more, but your mind's still fat. You're like, we can eat it, but it won't make you fat. Like, yes,
nah, dog, I wore it short to work yesterday, and like I was looking at my stomach, and I was like, "Nah, I look like a stuffed sausage, boy. I gotta get to work. I'm like, I gotta get to work out here, my nigga." I was not happy.
They put it in the machine and it come out the
Yeah,
fucking
dog. I was not happy about it. I'm like, we gotta meal prep. We gotta get this shit in order, dog. I was like, there's no way I could do this. I can't do this
look like
anymore.
a stuffed sausage.
For breakfast, I would definitely do 2 eggs, a piece of turkey bacon, and one thing of sausage with some toast on the side with butter on it. For lunch, I would definitely
Hold on. I would do for breakfast shit. Back in Queens, I pretty much did this from like 6th grade till fucking graduating high school. So I had a bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll, salt, pepper, ketchup, a bag of cheddar, not fun, sun chips, and
what type
Snapple.
of sun chips?
The cheddar.
Yeah, my nigga, yeah, you cultured. Harvest cheddar.
Word.
Yeah, I got you.
Harvest cheddar. Yeah. Because I didn't fuck with the original sun chip flavor. Tastes like cardboard. Like it literally
French
tastes
onion
like.
Is fire, but not. I can't
it?
have the French onion though. Like it's not like an everyday thing. Like you kind of have to like, cause it's onion still. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have it every once in a while and it's fire. Like when I was in like elementary school and like middle school, we used to go crazy for sun chips, bro. Crazy.
Because it wasn't bad for you.
Onion.
It was like a it was like an okay chip you could eat that wasn't too crazy for you.
Yeah,
but
dude, we used to go crazy.
French onion, looking at the flavors right now. Yeah, that harvest cheddar used to
now they got like a garden salsa which came out in the last couple of years.
I'm looking at that now. I didn't see that. But yeah, that original is trash, bro. They could come up off that original.
The only way you can do original is you're gonna dip it like in something. Like that's the only way you could really do that.
It's such a flimsy chip though. I feel like the dip, that shit just be breaking every dip. Like too much unless you poured it on top. But
so
lunch, what you got?
Lunch, I would do a steak with Alfredo
for lunch.
With Alfredo noodles, a little Caesar salad. You know,
for lunch?
Yeah, with an A1 steak, bro. Hell yeah.
Nigga, you trying to go to bed after that. That's some itis.
That's all I do at work, man. I eat my lunch like nap, bro. On Friday, I was supposed to do some shit at work after I ate lunch. I fell asleep in one of the rooms for like 20 minutes because I had a cheeseburger. I was like, yo, this shit's fire. I'm about to go. I was like, yo, that cheeseburger hit me in a place I didn't even know existed, bro. I was like, yo, go to sleep. I'm like, all right. And I fell asleep sitting up, dude. I was
shit. Like, good food puts you out, bro. I don't know what it is. Good food will just be like, all right, close your eyes now.
And it don't gotta be super complex either. It could be the most basic shit, bro. As long as that shit's good, bro. Like, and it's hot and it's warm because they make it fresh, right? So it was like a fresh cheeseburger with bacon on it. And I was just sitting there, I was like, yep, this is it right here, bro. Oh man, with fries.
That happened to me 2 weeks ago. I had a lobster grilled cheese on sour. Fuck, what kind of bread was that? Damn, but the bread was buttery. It was toasted. The edges, that shit was crisp. I finished that shit up.
I don't really like lobster that much.
Oh, I fuck
lobster by itself is bland to me.
I fuck with it all, bro. I don't eat fish, which is weird, but I'll do anything in a shell: crab, lobster, shrimp, all that shit I'll do. But yeah, for my lunch, I'll probably do 2 shrimp tacos from this taco spot I was telling you about. Fucking good as hell. 2 shrimp tacos and just French fries. Keep it light. Maybe drink a beer for lunch. And then dinner.
So for dinner,
this nigga had lunch. You already had lunch for dinner. Fucking steak Alfredo.
Nah, because I do like to have a lighter dinner because like it sits well with me when I go to sleep better.
That's probably smarter because I've been getting heartburn like a motherfucker lately.
Dude,
like acid
your lunch should kind of be like the heavier meal because you get more time to digest it. So at night, like it's a little bit less, right? But if I had to choose, it'd be like some some Haitian red beans and rice with some fried goat or baked goat, because I love goat. And like with a nice little salad with some carrots and some cucumbers, a little light salad dressing on there, I'd be good. I love goat.
Dinner.
Yeah. You give me a whole goat right now, I skin the fuck out that bitch.
I fuck with goats too. When I went to Jamaica, them goats was smart as hell. They used to look both ways, cross the street, and then when the pack leader would go, he would check, make sure the road was clear. He'd be like, everyone else would follow. And then everyone would go with him. I'm like, yo, that's a leader. And I met this farmer. He was like, yeah, every morning he just opens the gates and lets his goats go. And every night they come back.
That's wild.
How fucking dope is that?
You see,
they just go run their errands. This is whole squad of them. And then they come back home like, yo, Pops, we in the crib. Like, lock the gate.
Nah, anything
I
goat.
Thought that was cool.
I love goat curry. I love Haitian fried goat, man. Like, I love it.
Curry goat with a little roti. That was another Queens.
I like the Queens staple. Curry goat. I haven't had the like Jamaican curry goat, but I've had Indian curry goat, and like I fucking love it. Every time I order it, spicy? Bro, nah, you can order the type of spice you want in it from like the places I go to. So I can get mild because spicy. I'm not gonna lie, like my asshole be on fire.
It be fucking you up, right?
like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to sit on the toilet crying to God asking why I did this.
Nigga, it be tasty, but that level of spice, bro, I don't think as Americans we built for that
half
shit.
Is not happy with me when I be dealing with that shit, bro. So I'm not trying to put, because it be and it doesn't happen during the day. It happens in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep. And then you just sitting on there like I should be sleeping.
2 in the morning. I know.
Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that.
Yo, it was one time, I forgot what I ate, but that shit fucked me up the next morning, right as I'm getting ready for work. And I'm like, wow, now I'm sitting here in my work clothes, my tie's like halfway on. I'm trying to fucking empty my bowels. And I had to take the bus at the time. So I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna miss my bus. It's just, you really gotta time out your meals though. Like shit is crucial.
I hate when I'm like going to work and like I'm in the car and like my stomach be like, hey yo, you know what time it is?
So yo, let us out.
I'm sitting in traffic and shit, and I'm just like, yo, I'm telling my girl, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, if I shit in the car, my bad. I'm gonna call out of work if it happens. And I'm just gonna be like, I had a medical emergency, bro.
The worst shit ever happened to me when I was in college, bro. The worst. I'm gonna make this real quick and then we'll get to the bullshit of the week.
Yeah.
This is when I was smoking heavy. I was eating garbage like all the time. Like I'd wake up and eat a bag of Funyuns and just be good. So
yo, those were some good times, but they were wild times.
They were just fucking. That was my version of living like a rock star.
Just waking up. I used to wake up, eat a whole bag of
abusing your body.
Like, we out here, bro.
Nigga, I woke up. I had the last of this Oreo milkshake and like 2 oatmeal cream pies this morning. And then I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go to class. And already off rip, I'm lactose intolerant. I should not be having dairy. Like, I shouldn't. Now, my bus ride is like an hour to campus. Like, cause I'm way out. Nigga, I'm on a bus, like 20 minutes in, I feel it. I'm like, oh shit. And this one felt different. Like, you know, when you just got a basic... Yeah. You got a basic load. You decide when I get to it, I'll get this off. But nah, this shit was like, if this was the police knocking outside the door, like, let us in. Like, bruh. I'm like, there's this one long strip of highway, like Highway 110 or Route 110. My campus is at the end of this shit. I'm just hitting the beginning of this shit. My stomach is doing backflips, front flips, front handsprings. I'm sweating, bruh. Like, I'm legit sweating.
So when you start sweating at that point, you know it's bad. I'm
like, oh my, there's no way I can't be on this bus. So I get off the bus. There's, like I said, this is a highway. There ain't fucking shit around here. Nothing is around here.
Yeah.
I get off the bus. Nigga, I just run into the bushes, bro. I take a piece of the loose leaf out my book bag. And I just run into the bushes, bro. And I had to get it off. I had to get it off.
That's why I carry wipes now at work, because I got flushable wipes. I don't play that game no more. I'll play that game no more.
I'm with you on that. I've been on flushable wipes for years now, bro. Because you gotta should be messy back there, bro. Should be
I
messy
remember
back there.
one
So
time I was going to work and like it was kind of the same thing too. Like my stomach started going off and I was like, fuck.
when you feel it, it's time to go.
At this time, I had like a gym membership. So like Planet Fitness, bro. I got off the bus. I went into Planet Fitness, tore that shit the fuck up, got back on the bus and went to work, bro.
Damn.
If I didn't have that Planet Fitness right there, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I would have made it.
Lifesaver, bro. Lifesaver. Just imagine somebody in the Planet Fitness just lifting and they're like, what the fuck?
Bro.
Like,
Cause that should be wild, bro. That should be wild, man. Like
when you gotta go, man. I learned to
but
keep
what's your dinner though? You
change of clothes. Oh, true. Yeah, but no, I keep changing clothes in my car just for fucked up scenarios like that. My dinner, I'll probably end my dinner probably the same way you did your lunch, like with some steak. See, my mom growing up, we always had like a 3-part meal. Like you would get the meat, you would get veggies, and you would get, some rice or mashed potato or something. So that would be my dinner. Like I would have either like a steak or grilled chicken breast or pork chop, and then I would have like a side salad and some mashed potatoes. So
yeah,
keep it light and then go to bed. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do what you said because I've been having heartburn bad, bro. Like
yeah, just switch it up, dude.
I had to sleep like sitting up because the minute I laid down, like where my head is,
yeah, dude. Yeah. Nah,
and then
that's not good. Do you have Tums? Do you take Tums?
Burping? Nah. Tums?
Try a Tums. That might help.
I feel like I haven't heard that shit in a while. Tums.
Yeah, because my girl gets that sometimes, and she takes the Tums, and it helps.
Heartburn. Oh, okay. Somebody said milk works too.
Yeah, but the thing, if you're lactose intolerant, that might give you double the
fucked up more issues. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because like and that's why I switch them because like at least when I have a heavier lunch, like I walk around my building. You know what I'm saying? So I get those calories off. I get the sluggishness off. Yeah. I get home. I have something to because I'm a dessert nigga. So like if I eat something a little lighter for dinner, I could get dessert up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, believe me, if there's some ice cream sandwich, a muffin, it's going to be dessert. Like it's going like after this, I'm going to make up. There's one muffin left, and it's mine.
Real talk, man. Fucking lactose is the devil, and I just always every time once I realized that that's what was happening to me, I'm just like, why do we drink cow's milk? Like,
so you don't eat ice cream and shit like that, do you?
No, I do. That's the thing I do. Like I'm a
you
thug
get the lactose free, or you eat the regular shit? Nah. Yeah.
I just do it and try to be home when time is time. Like I'll be out and I'm just like, yo, if I know we about to leave someplace and I'm going home, I get the dessert. I get a little ice cream and then a brownie because I know if anything pop off, I'm going home.
Yeah,
it's just you gotta be smart about it. And I love pizza and I love cheese, so.
Yeah, that shit pizza's undefeated, bro.
There's no way I'm not gonna eat pizza.
Like, I'm like, cause of my low sodium. Like the other day, somebody offered me a slice of pizza. I was like, oh shit, and I ate that shit.
Damn.
I was good though, but that shit, because I haven't. Like I said, like I really like. I know I be eating like McDonald's sometimes or whatever and shit like that, right? But like overall, I try not to eat too much crazy shit anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That she got an effect on you.
But then, like, I like Panera. I like McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I had Popeyes like 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I ever touched Popeyes again. Like,
yeah, I think I'm off that too.
Yeah, man. Like fried foods, like I like, yo, it's crazy how we getting old now. This is like, I wish I was this way when I was young because I wouldn't be in this whole bullshit that I am right now.
Yeah, you start to catch up with you. Now it's to the point, like back in the day, you can go to the store, buy a bunch of 50-cent sodas, bags of chips, all kind of shit.
The honey buns, the powdered donuts, the glazed donuts, the fucking Doritos, some Ruffles, all this type of shit.
Shit ain't make no sense. Donuts, cookies,
nutty
cakes.
bars, all of these things. Now I'm just sitting here, I'm like, nah, I can't. Like, yo, we'll dry our laundry. Like, that's the only time when I'll get like a honey bun or something because I'm like, I don't eat this every single day. You know what I mean? But like, I
Yeah, you
love
gotta
Oreos.
really
I
be
haven't touched
sparingly.
Oreos in like months, bro.
Bro, me too. Me too. Me too. Oh
Fucking love
man, they make me
Oreos,
mad
man.
because I'll be
The
in the
original, the
I'll be in
golden,
the
all these, and I'm mad
double
because now they got
stuff.
all these flavors now, and I'm like, I want them all,
Red
but I'm like, I
velvet.
can't.
Red
Fam,
velvet, bro.
my Lord Jesus Christ. I was walking by it in the store the other day, and I was just like, "Oh,
Bruh.
I was like, God's coming back because this is too good
Shit
to be true right
crazy.
here."
I
Like they
remember
do
when the
birthday cake
Funfetti ones
now,
dropped.
fun Freddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo. I was in the store like, hold up. When y'all
They do a cinnamon one, and they pick the ones that like make sense. And
right.
I'm like, all of these flavors make sense. I don't like mint, but mint makes sense for it too. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? And I'm just
Yeah.
like looking at them like, I gotta walk by with a tear coming down my eye, dog. Because I'm
Walk
like, I can't
on
do it.
by. You just in the aisle like shaking your head. But that's the shit that catches up with you. Like they told us when we was younger, like that shit's gonna catch up with you. We was making Kool-Aid, pouring pounds of sugar in that shit. That shit catches up with you. And now I gotta
Now
drink
all I
every
drink is
drink I
Crystal
drink
Light,
got
bro.
low sugar. Bro, me too. Me too. I got these little iced
The
tea
packets, right?
packets
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, no sugar, just straight flavor. I got like
yeah.
pomegranate, fruit punch, and I just
Some of
add
them,
it to bottles of water because
I do fruit punch, I do the pink lemonade, and I do lemonade because some of the other ones got caffeine in them and shit. But like,
true.
but like the pink lemonade, the fruit punch, the
Shit,
lemonade,
man.
yeah, those are the ones I be doing. Those are the ones I be doing.
They told us, but I guess you don't really get it until you get older and you wake up in your fucking stomach and you can't digest and your body just start being like, you know what, enough of this bullshit. We've been doing this for 30. We've been doing this for 31 years. Enough.
Nigga, you need to slow down. I'm gonna slow your ass down now,
Enough.
nigga. Like for real talk, bro.
See, and now when I grocery shop, I make sure to get fruit, get some sort of like salad or veggies, or I like peppers and onions. So I pretty much put fucking peppers and onions and everything.
I love peppers too. Like green, red, orange, yellow, all them shits.
Yeah, all of them shits, man. I fuck with them heavy. But yeah, man, getting older, another day, living on this floating rock, flying through the galaxy.
Doing some
more bullshit to discuss. You want to start? Or you want me to start?
Hey yo, I'm in bed with your wife, nigga.
Oh God. He said, where you at right now? Nigga sent a picture like this.
Yo, you
in bed with your wife. Yikes.
The rumors that I heard was like this nigga was doing the same thing to Mac Miller when the dude was Ariana, right?
I heard that too.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's why like I am totally against Skeet in this situation.
Yeah.
Not because of Kanye, but because of Mac, bro. Because like
that that's dirty.
Was a pure dude, bro. Like he ain't fuck with nobody. So for you to sit here and do that, it's like damn. And now you did it again with Kanye, but I understand Kanye been hitting you off the last couple of months with all.
He actually been fighting
killed
back.
You in the music video, whatever. I get that.
The Mac Miller thing though was like, ugh.
I heard it was so bad that like Mac Miller's family actually hit up Ariana. Was like, hey yo,
yeah, that's the same story I heard. Can you stop? This dude
tell this nigga to stop, and then that just led on to them breaking up like later on or whatever. But like that's why like I look at Pete Davidson, I'm like, you're not really a good person either. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not. And
in that situation, he obviously was the bad guy. Especially now seeing what it led to for Matt is just like, damn, that just a fucking another tragic piece to the whole story. But in this situation, like Secluded with Kanye, he's not the bad guy, but he's not the good guy either. Especially after this tech shit. Like
he should shut the fuck up. How you gonna tell? Listen, you know why you sit here talking about Kim K, a great mother, because she's giving you pussy, nigga. Like,
right? What was he supposed to say?
And like I think you've been plotting on this even when Kanye was with her. You know what I'm saying? So like, cause you just swooped in out of nowhere, my nigga. Yeah, nigga, he been plotting, my nigga. He been plotting.
Even if he was plotting, none of this happens without Kim. None of this until Kim was like, all right, I'll give him a chance. I'll go on a couple dates with him. None of it happens without her. And she made a choice. And that's
to be
what I
honest
keep
with you,
harping
none of
on
that
this.
happens without Kanye because he was wilding out. If Kanye never wilded out and pushed her away, bro, like we would not be here right now.
We could all say Kanye did this to himself. We could all say Kanye did it to himself. And the whole meet me at Sunday service shit is like, why would I? That's like going to your block and we supposed to fight. Like, why would I go to your block? Don't tell me to come over your spot with all your
niggas. I ain't gonna lie. That was some wild shit. Cause I'm like, what you gonna do to him in the Lord's house, bro?
You know, that whole godly shit with Kanye, that shit is a fucking scam. I'm not buying none of that shit. This nigga's out here calling people.
I know what it means to deal with mental health
kind of shit.
Third, and I was like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro.
You know what? Pete was texting like he knew someone was gonna read it, so he was like flexing at the same time, but still trying to be the compassionate one. Like, yo, you've been messing with me. I'm gonna get you back, but please get help, bro. Please get help. But if you keep messing with me, but please get. It's like, bro, which is it? Are you clapping at this nigga or are you trying to reach out and try to get help?
Back, bro. Because no bullshit. Kanye been on your ass this whole time, bro. Your new name is Pete. No one calls you Pete anymore. Even Soulja Boy said it. Even Soulja Boy popping out of the fucking thing called yo. Right. Don't fuck with Kanye.
He said.
Nobody can talk to Kanye like that except for me.
The fucked up part is when Pete texts Kanye, he said, yo, it's Skeet. So even he took on the name to himself and was like, hey, this is me. I'm Skeet. Like, yikes.
Yeah, like it's wild. Like you took an L and you took the dub at the same time. But it's like
that's why I say he's not a good person or a bad person. You're just kind of you're just in the middle now. You just, because Kanye is going so far off the rails that it's just like, all you got to do is just chill and be here. What happened with that? I seen like, I seen the headlines that they were going back and forth, but I didn't see what did they say to each other.
So like DL did like a Vlad interview like a couple of weeks ago, and he said in the interview like, if it was his daughter,
still doing Vlad.
I know.
Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I get it. I feel you. So like DL was on it with Vlad, and he said if somebody was doing this to my daughter, what Kanye is doing to Kim, he said I would take action.
Facts.
He's like, yo, the only difference between Kanye and a regular nigga when it comes to a restraining order is $100 million and a couple of hits. You know what I'm saying? And he right.
Like, showing up at my crib.
Regular dude, they would have gotten a restraining order, bro.
Before even a couple of hits, you make threats on the internet. That's justification enough to like restrain you. And he's going full goon mode, which is so fake again.
And Kanye was like, "Oh, you live in Calabasas, nigga? Yeah, I'm gonna come get you." I'm like, "Yo, Kanye, shut up, nigga. You wear a mask everywhere so people don't see your face,
bro.
You ain't gonna pop up on DL Hughley, bro." And DL Hughley was like, "Yo, like all them niggas that you got with you, they can't help you pick up your medication from CVS, my nigga. Like, come on."
Oh shit.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, I don't see. And like, then he's beefing with Trevor Noah because Trevor Noah was like, like Kim can like publicity, but she's also being harassed by her ex-husband. And this is kind of what women do when it comes to an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband.
This is some weird stalker shit. You buy the house next door just to be close, and then every fucking issue you gotta speak on about her, it's just like, come on.
And here's the thing, right? Adele and her ex-husband, before she moved to LA, they lived on the same street, literally across the street from each other. But they ended everything respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to co-parent respectfully. Here's the problem that I have with Kanye, right? He wants to co-parent, but you don't live a life that allows you to be a co-parent. You fly anywhere you want to record an album. You cannot sit here acting like you want to co-parent if that's what you want to do. If your kids are really your priority, you can buy the house across the street, but have some goddamn respect. What you do is, if you're still going to do this music shit, every one of these niggas is going to fly to you. You build a studio either within the crib or on the land that you bought. You build another building that could be a
even studio. If it's in town. Just buy a building in town, make it your studio. All your albums will be there. You can get back and forth to home in a couple hours. Put a helipad on the shit and take a helicopter if you need. Like, you fucking rich as fuck. But
fam,
again, it's all
Eminem. I think it was Akon who told the story. Eminem would come in the studio at like 9. 12, they take lunch. He come back. Then he leave at 5. Akon was like, "You not staying?" He's like, "Nah, nigga, I gotta get home."
Facts. 9 to 5. Lunch at 1.
Lunch at, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he treated it like it was a job. So I'm looking at Kanye. I'm like, dog, like, if your kids really are your priority, like, be a parent then. It's sad to say, right? When you're a parent, like, yeah, you can be the illest nigga in the world, but now you're a parent, my nigga, and that's the first thing.
Right.
So, like,
that's
you can't sit here
priority.
and be bitching about co-parenting when your lifestyle doesn't involve co-parenting. Your lifestyle involves you going anywhere whenever you want to, going to any fucking town to go record with all a bunch of niggas all the time. Like if you went to court with that shit, you would not get it. And he's complaining about, I can't get joint custody. Nigga, of course you won't if you don't sit your ass down
your
somewhere
lifestyle
and offer some stability for your kids to stay with you.
For the kids. Yeah. It's weird. It's all weird. I wanted to think it was like a publicity stunt because I know she got the new show coming, but for it to be all about the kids is weird. Like, if it was just about her being with Pete, then all right, but every other post is like, my kids. But then
I get the TikTok thing too, because you got to be 13.
Girl.
But you got to be 13 to even have an account on TikTok
with permission from your guardian, I'm assuming. That's like saying you can't watch a PG-13 movie without your parent, you know? Like,
well, yeah, but
are we really basing these terms and conditions on real life, you know? Like, she not up there twerking.
You're right. But like, I wouldn't want my 8-year-old on TikTok anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like, I could understand what he's saying with that, but like, then it becomes a thing like this, right? If you have an established home, when you at your mama's house, you can do that bullshit. But when you with me, you ain't doing that bullshit.
Facts.
Because here's the thing that happened, and it's kind of sad because like, if they do wild shit at their parents' house, yes, at some point they're gonna choose them over you because they get to do
wild shit over at mom's house.
Over there at mom's house. But here's the thing: he kind of
said that too,
when they get into some deep shit over there at mom's house, guess who got to deal with it? Mom got to deal with it, and mom's responsible for any fuck shit that happens because of it. And then you can look at mom and be like, you stupid bitch. Like, you let her do this shit. And I told you not to do this shit. And you should have understood why I said that shit. And now look at the motherfucker. Now I got to fix your fucking problem that you started in.
That can be the case, but you just got to let that play out. I feel like he's trying to keep too much control of the situation. Like, when they're at mom's house, he said all the nannies watch the kid. Kims don't even watch the kids. So if that's really the case, then they're really doing some wild shit over there. You know, kids getting into whatever the fuck.
Yo, when they know their parents ain't watching, bro, they gonna do anything they want to the fucking extreme.
Right. Backflipping off the couch and shit. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see
how it plays out. With Kanye, he have nannies too. He ain't gonna be there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Just wild, bro.
Fucking rich ass billionaire parents arguing over not even custody, just
stupid shit,
general activities of the child. Like, it's weird. It's weird. More.
Yeah, man.
I wish I could say this issue is weird, but it's kind of, we all saw it coming. Mr. Daniel Hernandez, better known as Tekashi SixNine.
Mm-hmm.
He was in court maybe last week or the week before, but the report just came out how he's down to his last couple dollars. The article says Tekashi SixNine says he could go bankrupt if he doesn't win his robbery case. Back in 2018, he robbed somebody, beat the kid up or whatever. They've been in court ever since, and now I guess he has to pay $8 million to the person or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't. He says he can't pay. You're right. All the lawyer fees, legal fees, you could really rack it up getting sued. But he said he can't pay. He said he's down to his last couple dollars, and I don't know if he knew this would come, but I feel like everyone saw this coming. Like, your music is not popping as it once was. I mean, I'm sure you could go do a couple shows and get a couple bags, but you still got all these high bills, and his security bill was through the roof. Through the fucking roof. Nigga had to buy houses in secluded locations and fence it off and guard it off.
Money too, which, you know, philanthropy, like, I ain't gonna lie, when he gave out money to kids and like people and shit like that was dope. I'm not gonna knock him for that, but he was giving out a lot of money that way too.
Was he? He didn't see the end of it, but yeah, the end is here. The end is fucking here. So, which sucks, because there was a video of him getting out of a car and a kid walked up to him and he was just like, all right, what up? Like, no one gives a fuck that it's him anymore. He's he went from private jets and shit. Now he's in Coach and niggas is taking pictures of him in Coach. Like, well, I mean, bro, wait.
Niggas still take regular airplanes, and like, I've seen
not even
Kanye
first class,
be on airplane. Though. I don't think he's always in first class, at least.
I think once you get to that level, when you go back a level, it looks like you fucked up your money. If you've been flying private or you've been flying first class forever, and then niggas start seeing you in Coach, they start seeing you on Spirit Airlines
all of life. Now we get to first class,
The same way as like you start flying first class, you're like, okay, your money came up, all right, you out here. But the same way with this nigga, but it's fucked up. It's fucked up because it's like a tragic story.
The minute that he decided to go and fuck with them niggas, he really chose his downfall. And it's not his fault. And it's not like the niggas' fault too, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do, right? And like, it worked for a while. And personally, I think if they never got caught up in that case, they'd still be running shit right now. He would have had himself I think he
would have had a good run, but all these trends die out after some point. Like, how many years were we gonna listen to Blicky with the stiffy, like just screaming over raps and shit?
I'm telling you right now, if it was fired, people would still do it.
Yeah, the trends change, man. Trends change.
Because he had a song with Bobby.
Did he?
Yeah. That was on one.
When was this?
He had a song with Bobby that was on that.
When was this?
And this was before they found out that he was going to snitch.
Oh, right? Shit, you're right. Stupid. Featuring Bobby Shmurda.
And to be honest with you, if they had never got caught up in the case, he never had to snitch. Bobby came out, it would have been Bobby, Fabio, Pop Smoke. If Pop Smoke didn't die, think about the lineup here. It would have been 6ix9ine, Pop Smoke, Fabio, Shmurda, and Rowdy, with like A Boogie, TJ, and a couple of rest of, so a lot of these other niggas from like the Bronx or whatever. But those 5 niggas by themselves, bro, shit
would have been heavy in the city.
New York would see an emergence that they haven't seen in so long.
I was gonna say that would have been like niggas would have finally been saying New York is back. Apparently. Even though niggas didn't say that with Pop Smoke, though, I don't understand. He never got that.
He never got the chance to.
I mean, even when A Boogie had his run,
because he dropped those 2 albums mad quick when you really think about it, like. The Meet the Woo 2, and then like the other album that came out like when he died, like For the Stars or whatever. Like, if he didn't die, he dropped those 2 mad close to each other. Cause then he dropped another album after that too, I think.
Yeah, Faith.
Yeah.
This was a 2-year run. Wow. 2019 to 2021. This is a 2 and just bangers had the city on fire for 2 years straight.
Now, if he was still alive, he still would have been making mad bangers, and he would have been on a different level. Bobby and Roddy come out. If 6ix9ine never snitched, Pop and then Fabio, whoo, boy, shit. And Fabio, you see how Fabio getting out there now with his shit. Like,
yeah, Favi looking like a mainstream artist these days.
You know what I'm saying? So like, like he got that new song with Quavo dropping this week, that Magic City joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, man.
I already feel like I'm gonna like that more than fucking City of God, City of Dreams. I don't fucking like that song. I just don't fucking like that song. I don't like. It feels like New York, Empire State. Like a drill version. Yeah, like get the fuck, you just got Alicia again. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
Man, I like that shit. Alicia can sing. She killed that shit.
Nah,
Who else is gonna do that? Who else gonna sound like that on a record like that? From New York.
Is Alicia from New York?
Yeah, I think she's from New York, yeah.
Gotta Google everything.
If she ain't from New York, it's a tragedy.
Oh, nah, she is. All right. Okay, Alicia.
What other singers do they got from New York now? All the rest of these singers, they either from the UK.
Facts. We got Lady Gaga.
Shut the fuck up.
We got Lady Gaga, nigga. Stop sleeping
ever since she did that one song with Wale back in the day, she ain't touched a hip hop record since, bro.
Word.
And that was a crazy collab to have, like for Wale.
What was that? I remember the video.
Yeah.
Poker Fit. No, that's Cudi.
No, that's Cudi. And that was a sample too. That was a sample.
Oh, chilling.
Yeah.
It was just chilling.
Yeah. Like, ever since she did that, because she wasn't big yet, right? So they were both on the same label. He was like, yo, and she was like, dope. She ain't never touched a hip hop song since. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. She ain't never coming back. She don't fuck with niggas no more. That's cool. Like, niggas got her in the spotlight, and then she's like, fuck y'all niggas. She just took off. Like, who else did they get? Ella May, she's from UK. Georgia Smith, she's from UK. Snow Allegra, she's from Sweden. Who else? The chick from Valley from Emotional Oranges, she's from, I think she's from New York.
What about 070? 070 could have did that for sure.
She's the only person that I can
got that voice too. She got that. She's from New Jersey, but that's right there. 070 could have. Right.
That's New York.
070 could have did that. And now that I hear it, she could have definitely did that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because she killed that Khaled joint that she did with all them Jamaican niggas on there. That shit was
that shit was fire.
It was a banger. You know what I'm saying? But like, who else is there? There's really nobody else. Who are the singers now?
R&B is in a good place. We got a lot of singers. It's just
we do, but not from like New York, not from like,
or even America. I feel like a little bit.
And if I'm missing, Jasmine Sullivan, I think is from here.
She is from Philadelphia. Damn, she is so fucking pretty, man.
She is. There's somebody else too. Kiana.
She seemed crazy though.
Hold on, let me look at my.
She made that song that I'll break your car or some shit, right?
Yeah, I think so. I have a whole bunch of bitches like that sing. Alex Isley, I guess. Amber Mark.
Never heard of these people.
You know what? I forgot. Oh, you do got Janae too, I guess.
Janae, she ain't got a big voice like that.
Alina Baraz. She's actually pretty dope. I like her music a lot.
Yeah. She did a project. It was Alina and the Galmataz or Galmatis or something like that.
That shit was fire. Front to end. Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was a banger.
That
oh
nigga,
man,
that album. I stumbled upon that album.
Yo, a lot of times I stumbled upon like when
Alina
I like
Baraz and the Gamatias. It was called Urban Flora.
Ooh, boy, yeah.
Oh my god! If y'all out there looking for some just beautiful R&B, soulful, like mellowed down, Alina Baraz and Galmatias. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, it's only 8 tracks. It's a vibe. It's a bop.
The other album, The Color of You too, is fire too.
Check them out.
But yeah, man, like you know. But if he never did that shit, bro, New York would be on fire. Like they would have taken the shit back from Chicago, from Atlanta. They would have taken the shit back. I personally feel like
it would have been a wave.
Niggas would be moving to New York. Niggas would have moved all the way back from Atlanta.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Atlanta, 100%. It's warm in Atlanta. Niggas is not coming to cold ass New York for the winter type
Atlanta,
shit.
they changed their whole shit, bro. Meek been there ever since. I haven't heard a hot record from him since.
Shit, we said the same thing about French Montana when that nigga put out a whole album full of features and not one of them was like
untouchable. We ain't gonna get no untouchable at this nigga.
That wasn't even Sway Lee gave him that song. Sway Lee was like, "Hey, it's just written. It's just write your verse."
That's still under French Montana. I give it to him still.
I guess. But speaking of these artists, I mentioned this before, and I had to ask myself when I read this fucking headline, like, what year is this? Is this 2022 or is this like 1998? Mase returns with a diss track towards Diddy.
At some point, you old rap niggas got to shut the fuck up.
I mean, a little bit.
Because you went on tour with this nigga already.
Multiple times. Okay, so here's the timeline to this whole fucking beef. Like, all right, you diss him, you say you want your masters or your royalties or whatever it was, you want your contract fixed from like years and years and years ago.
And he told you like years and years and years ago.
Diddy was like, no, like I never recoup my money from you. The contract states I get it for this many years or whatever. Like no. Then you diss him. Then Diddy, I guess when he changed his name to Love, he was like, listen, I'm gonna try to secure a bag for my brother. He did work with me for years and whatever. Yeah, go through this whole Bad Boys tour. You know, Lil Kim, everybody,
shit like that.
Yeah. Everybody was on a tour. I'm sure you got paid from that, but now you come back to fight again for the same contract that he told you, like, bro, like, cut the shit. So yeah, this is where we at with that. But Mase is a peculiar case. It's like
it's hard to.
You want to rap, then you don't want to rap. Make up your mind.
And it's hard to get at Diddy about business because like he's a stout businessman. He kept all these niggas masters for a reason, bro. Yo, the Lox had that one song. What was it? It's their most famous song that they have. All About the Benjamins.
All About the Benjamins, yeah.
You think Diddy was gonna let that fucking go? Just because these niggas asked for it?
Right. Nigga, you see what they had to do.
I'm an artist myself. I would never let that shit go if I owned the masters to that shit. Are you crazy, bro? The publishing that on that alone, my nigga, is wild.
That shit still goes to this day. Like I'll turn on the radio and this shit'll be on like tonight.
Yeah.
Especially for Hot 97 because they're mentioned in the song. So they love to play that shit and be like on your Hot 97 every day. Like, oh, like,
yeah.
All right. We get it.
So like, you know, like Mase, like you did have a lot of bangers. You did make a lot of hits. But, you know, this comes down to an age-old issue with artists. Like, read your fucking contracts. Don't sign anything if you don't know it. Like, and the fact that this old dude is still dealing with it, and we go down to artists like Meg Thee Stallion, Meek Mill complaining about Atlantic is jerking them out of money. Like, all of these artists, you're looking at them, you're like, fam, like, why did you not read the contract? And their
when is somebody gonna learn?
Oh, I just didn't feel like reading the contract. Oh, I just
It's
didn't read the
it's
contract. I was young.
it's
No,
it's
nigga.
always I'm young. It's always I'm young. I was trying to get. We get that. I understand that, and that is like a form of manipulation or abuse to like take these young kids and throw shit in front of them they don't understand. But it is still ultimately on you to do the reading or the research or trust your team around you to give you the correct information. But shit is old, man. Shit is so old. Like
It's
fucking
mad
beef from
fucking dumb for you to be
1999
sitting
coming
here
back.
to complain to this nigga about something that he's like, I mean, like, dog, like, and then you keep destroying the relationship that you have with him over
Right.
some money, bro. Like, yo, why don't you
Doing
ask
these
him, like,
weird
yo,
diss
how about
songs.
we do 20th anniversary or whatever the fuck it is, and like, we
Mm-hmm.
just go on tour with the shit again, cause like, yo, there's mad old niggas that's still on tour right now that's making mad money, bro. Like,
Facts.
mad
Facts.
niggas.
Wu-Tang is gonna tour forever.
Yeah, like this this
Fucking
this mad R&B groups that's on tour. Like, yo, you can and Bad Boy used to be have them R&B niggas on there. So like just link up with them and just do a tour again.
mm-hmm.
Open up for
Go
them
get
niggas.
112. Go get
Yeah, man.
fucking Faith Evans. Like I'm sure
Yeah,
she
bro.
sitting around waiting for a bag, but it's just weird, man. It's just weird. Instead of fighting the fight, like going to court and getting lawyers involved, like
You
how you
think a
would
diss
for a
track gonna
contract,
get you that shit?
you put out a fucking diss track from fucking like 15 years ago, and you thought the niggas was gonna be like, you know what, Mase is right.
I'm gonna
Like
give him
what?
his shit back.
Yeah, like what kind of shit? I don't
Man, if he
understand. I
was
feel like
next
he's
to you on
living.
stage on tour and he ain't give you that shit, what makes you think a diss record gonna get you your shit back?
Nigga was dancing in them shiny suits with you right along with his fucking contract, nigga.
All over again.
It just and it's kind of like the G Herbo thing is to where like you can't the music business it survives on somebody getting over on somebody else. Like you make the art, we'll distribute the art, but then they try to take ridiculous portions or they try to take the rights to it or they that's just how it operates. And you just can't take a promise or fucking anybody's word for anything, bro. You can't
No.
bank and set on
You
it.
gotta
Like,
see it in writing, and even if it's in there writing, you
yeah,
gotta double check that motherfucker,
double
bro.
check the wording, double check the spacing. Like these contracts is there's an old saying where if you want to confuse somebody, put it in a book because
And the
niggas
thing,
won't
and the
read it.
crazy part about this is right, like the Meg The Stallions and all these young artists, right? They say they were too young, but I'm like, you had the internet though. So like, you telling me
Mm-hmm.
you didn't hear, you didn't. That means you didn't listen to the older folks in hip hop who've been crying over contracts, saying these niggas are still playing that
Forever,
game. You went and entered into
forever.
this shit. So like I ain't gonna lie, when I was coming up and doing all this other extra shit and I was rapping all the shit and I almost got my major record label deal, whatever, like the person I
Hey,
was working with though, right? Like they understood. First of all, I was in school for engineering and I had to take a music business class. And even my
right.
teacher was like, because I told him what was happening, and he was like, before you sign that shit, I want to look at it myself so that I know it's not a
Facts.
fucked up contract, right? But the thing is that I had the privilege to be around people who were in the music
Who no?
industry. Like one of my
Yeah.
teachers, like he was the president of like the Audio Engineering Society, which is like a global organization. He was one of my
Mm-hmm.
teachers. I had another teacher who used to do
That's dope.
Boston hip hop for like 15, 20 years, right? I had another teacher, he's won like the Boston music awards, like best engineer, like a couple of years for a few times.
Damn.
Like I had a whole bunch
Real
of
deal
teachers
people.
like who were real deal. And like so when we came to talk about contracts and stuff, like and he did something with like some famous Boston band, was it Drop Kick Murphy, some shit like that, right? So like when they talk about contracts, it's like, look, we're engineers, right? And we don't really deal with contracts. But a lot of us were artists in these classes, and they be sitting there and they be like, yo, like watch these labels because they will try to jerk you out of every single fucking penny you
Absolutely.
got.
That's how the system keeps spinning. You know, we find a young dumb artist who won't understand. We either throw a bunch of money at him or we throw a bunch of promises at him, gets him excited. He don't have the people around him, and it just all goes to shit. But what's fucked up is in Mace's case is like you're grown now. What is your excuse
You're
now?
mad old, bro.
Like
You're in your
even worse
40s
is
or 50s now, still bitching about this. But I
you
can't. You know what?
left.
I can't say that because what's it called? There was that one group that was like they couldn't even get their masters back, and it was De La Soul.
De La Soul, yeah, but they finally got it though.
They did.
Yeah, they finally got it. It takes some work, but they were working in a court legally, looking over the contract. Like that's how you fight that fight. A random diss song does nothing for your case, bro. Does nothing for your case. But best of luck to him. And I mean, on top is confusing because Mase left hip hop. Like he left rapping, went to go be a pastor. Was like, this shit is demonic. This is the devil. They're just, misusing people.
Say that shit
and then
all the time.
But then you come back and then you rap and you get that bag again, and then you leave again and say it again.
Money is his God, bro. He ain't worried about God.
It gotta be. It gotta be. Apparently, because that money is hurting his pocket not to have. So, and I wonder how much like Mase royalties are. Like I'm sure you have big records, but are they fucking going off today?
Well, because you
spins today, like you getting pub from it.
Any little spin that he gets, yes, he'll get a pub from it. And sometimes it will be if it's used in like a TV show, a film, if it's in the club and it's like a throwbacks night, there is somebody in the club who records when the shit gets played so that they could get paid from the venue that they played this shit, so that they could put it in the royalties and stuff like that.
It makes sense. Every back to school year, I see the commercials about, Staples having a sale. They always use "Welcome Back," the fucking Mase song, "Welcome Back." that popped in my head just now. So maybe, I guess, I don't know, but
especially for corporations using commercials.
Absolutely.
That shit, they run that up the bag on them corporations. That's why, like, what's it called? Pusha T got like the Arby's commercial and shit. Because that's
McDonald's.
They didn't get the McDonald's one. They wrote it, but they didn't get the licensing from it.
No, they just took the lump sum at the time.
Yeah, but the Arby's one, they get the royalties off that one.
What the fuck is? First of all, nobody fucking eats Arby's. It makes my
stomach
hurt to think.
Apparently they
what?
Do. What is the Arby's got the fire curly fries? I've heard it. I've had it. They are right. They are fires.
I don't even know where the fuck is an Arby's, nigga. Like where is an
There's
Arby's?
none in Matt.
But what did he write for Arby's though?
I think one of their jingles that they use, like he got it. I don't know which one it is, but they got it.
Pusha T gets the meats. Hold on. Pusha T made. I'm just trying to skim through this article real quick. Hold on. He got $5 million for that McDonald's jingle though.
That's a lot. But think about how much more money he would have made if it was royalty based. Till that I'm loving it joint is him.
That shit went off for years. Yeah,
it's still going off now.
Okay, so there's the Arby's commercial.
100 million instead off that shit by now.
There's an Arby's commercial that uses his song "Burial." It's a song he wrote, I guess, called "Burial." Must be a deep cut. But because they used his song in that commercial, he gets 40% of all, I guess, advertising gross from that commercial.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like that corporate licensing money is crazy. That's why a lot of times, like you see, a lot of rappers or artists, you never hear them on the radio, but they got some type of pub deal and they're doing licensing and stuff like they're doing commercials for like commercials and like all this other
movies,
shit, like
movies get you the bag especially if the movies is a big deal or they do like an official soundtrack.
Fucking
like
Atlantic does all of the Fast and Furious soundtracks now, right? When Wiz Khalifa had that "See You Again" record,
I was right about to say that. Now that makes sense because all of their artists was Atlantic artists. A Boogie, everybody was on those soundtracks. So, but yeah,
"See You Again" is the most played song on YouTube.
Banger.
Like Wiz
Banger.
Khalifa got the bag with that one, bro.
And and not only that, it's tied to a character's. It's like a tribute. So anytime you think of that movie, you think of that character, you think of his passing, and then you think of that song.
And then every single time now that's the song that they play at every single funeral, every single type of thing like that. That is a forever. It's like the Mariah Christmas track now. Like that's a forever track now. Like
you know what it was before that? It was
I'll
the
see
Biggie
you
tribute. Every step you take. Yeah, it was that. That was the one. Yo, so that's a vibe. Like, imagine being like, how some actors they just do commercials, like they just book a bunch of commercials. Imagine being that rapper, you just do rap jingles and movie fucking, little movie soundtrack
cuts. Some
cuts.
people
who
just do
run
that.
it up.
There's some people and producers too. Like you be a lot of producers like
facts.
They don't make beats for rappers. They make beats for like for commercials,
for
and
movies,
jingles and all this shit. And
those
they make
are
way
called,
more money doing that.
Those are called composers.
Yes,
because the nigga who makes the music for Star Wars, I think Hans Zimmer.
Mm-hmm. That
nigga is paid. But when you hear the music and it's like dun 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 dun, you're like, okay, like that's that nigga sitting in a room like,
that's
fucking going off.
Yeah.
So
you're not wrong.
dope.
That is a composer.
That's how you make money and be in the background and get paid quietly. But some people gotta be on Front Street with the shit. So let me see what else I got. Last one, just before we get, I guess, to the main topic and kind of skedaddle off that. There's a couple in Pennsylvania who they have a disorder, and by this disorder, I call it Cloutosismiosis.
The fuck is that?
I made that up. Follow me here. Okay. It's basically when you need clout so bad that any logic or reason goes out the window. It's just beyond your mental to make it make sense. So these two, they're YouTubers. They do these challenges, and I've seen these challenges where you try to stay overnight in places where you shouldn't be. Like I seen a kid stay at like a water park, seen a kid stay at a zoo. These two decided to stay at a Target in Pennsylvania. What they did, which is even more fucked up, is in the aisles, you got the big aisles for like the big items and shit, like vacuums and shit. They hid in the shelf behind one of the big boxes of something, whatever the fuck it was. They stayed there. And then when the store closed, they moved the boxes, they got out, they were walking around the store, video recording, whatever. But it's so fucking fucked up. It's like you did all of that and you faked it because you didn't stay overnight. You left at 3 a.m. and then came back when the store was open and then turned your camera back on like, oh yeah, we was here, we've been here, blah, blah, blah. But doing that, they didn't realize you're trespassing, my guy. Yeah. When you left at 3, the silent alarm went off at the store and they thought they were getting robbed and shit. So police show up. Once police show up, that's the town paying. Like there's a bill now. There's a bill now. Emergency services is involved. They had to sweep the store. They checked the cameras and they saw them too, walking around the store. They didn't take nothing. They was riding bikes and shit, doing dumb shit. But now because of that trespassing charge, they're facing 7 years. Is it worth it? Where is the reasoning kick in to be like, nah? And the video's still on YouTube, so I know the comments is crazy, but it's just like,
people.
When do the ideas just get like, nah?
This day and age, and like
clout to my photos.
Clout really is a currency that is going to overtake money because now if you have clout, you can get anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like money is second to that now. And I think people just want notoriety.
Notoriety, you got it.
Notoriety. And it's like, it's dumb. Because like, think about it, right? Like, I can run up a bag right now, and generations would be good. But that clout is going to die with you. It doesn't do anything. Granted, you might be on YouTube forever, but is it worth it now?
too.
Because you just lost your freedom to do something that, like, for no fucking
For a
reason.
couple views. Yeah, you don't get the bag. This is not how you get the bag. If it was for a grand goal of getting some sort of income, this is not how you do it. Like now you're gonna go to court, you're gonna pay lawyer fees, whatever job or money you were making, you'll be gone away. You can't make that no more. God forbid you got kids or whatever your home situation is like, people depend on you. Now they asked out. And then the clout, it's good and bad because yeah, it gets your name out there for doing some wild shit that people can be like, oh, that was cool, that was funny. But now anytime an employer Googles your name or anyone you ever meet Googles your name,
yeah,
you're the idiot that tried to sleep out in Target. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like
you could have turned
just,
that into a brand deal by doing something the right way with Target. Like I see people on TikTok,
yeah,
like when they're like not doing stupid shit and they're doing dope shit, like they get to do things and they get brand deals and they get to do like
and they get paid,
advertisements
yeah,
and they get paid. So it's like, you know, like it like there's better ways to get out there that actually gonna like be beneficial to you and the company that's fucking with you. Like for you to
right,
sit
right.
there and just like first of all trespassing, and then you got niggas coming out of bed to come fucking go to the thing. Like you fucked up a whole lot of people's time just by doing this dumb shit.
Dumb fucking pranks. Oh my god, you should see the video. They're all proud of it and shit too. And it's funny that you
Yeah, a bunch of
mentioned that
idiots,
because
bro.
you know the guy who does the, I don't know if they're TikToks or IGs where he dresses as Dora and he's like backpack,
Yeah,
backpack, and he just did a brand deal with Target.
yeah, he
So he
did.
went to
Yeah,
Target and was like, I don't know if he said shopping cart or whatever, but he took like an air fryer, he took
yeah.
like fucking clothes, but it was like
He
an
took a mannequin
integration.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, it was with Target. So it takes his talent and his funny with Target stores to be like, oh, okay, yeah, Target fuck with him, I go fuck with Target. Like
yeah.
you add that sync to
For
the
the
culture, but
and it
yeah,
might and like it might not like when you look at stuff like that, it might just be entertainment and it's just a small clip, but you
mm-hmm.
can get a bag off it, bro. And if you got a
It goes a
bag
long
off you
way.
being Dora going backpack, walking through the
It's
store,
so
like no,
funny though.
there's a chick who does like all of like she's like a huge 90s kid, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
basically like she'll like be in the car and she'd be like, oh, I didn't know this song was sampled by whatever. She just did
Mm-hmm.
something with Disney for the Turning Red movie that just came out.
No
You know what I'm
way.
saying? There's mad people who just be like, this is other two couple I used to watch, and like she'll say something, and the dude will say some wild fucked up shit, and then when he turns around, they play like Gangsta's Paradise or whatever, and then like they just did a couple of reels and stuff with Coolio. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just
Oh
saying,
wow.
I'm like all of this stuff, like when you're doing funny, dope shit and you're not fucking with people's shit, like people and businesses come to you and they're like, all right, cool, I fuck with you. Let's do
They want
something.
that swag, yeah. The
You know what I'm
problem
saying?
is YouTube went through this phase of like where like it was nothing but pranks. Everyone just tried to be like the next level prankster. And it just got fake and fake and faker
And
and
it put
faker.
people in risk because niggas would try to do that
And
shit in the hood, bro.
that, oh my, yo, we seen,
Yeah,
there was
when I
actually
see
one on
niggas
World
get
Star.
decked, bro.
Niggas was getting punched out and shit. Niggas was getting punched out. There was a kid, he went to the hood, and they would call them pranks in the hood, like to add that edge to it. He had like a fart machine, and he went to like some ball court niggas was playing, and I guess nigga was bending down tying his shoe. He put his ass right next to the nigga face and pressed the button. That nigga got up and snuffed the shit out of this kid.
Hell
Like,
yeah, bro. And dudes be like, yo, let me check your pockets. Let me check your pockets. Yo, one dude like dude dropped a gun, bro, and then nigga was like, "Oh shit,
oh,
it
I
was
think
just a
I
prank."
seen that. Yeah,
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 bro.
yeah.
Them
It's a
niggas
prank, bro. It's
OG.
a prank, bro. These
And like
niggas
he
don't
be running
prank.
around, the thing nigga jump over the fence and clocked his shit, bro. Like yeah,
Crazy.
that was a crazy time for
It's
me.
a, but that's what now the pranks are in a place where they're just fake. Like
Yeah.
you say you're gonna stay someplace overnight, you just go for a couple hours, cut the camera, come back later.
And it wasn't even worth it to fake it. You might as well just
Doesn't
stay there the
fucking
whole
make
time.
sense.
You might as well just stay there the whole night.
Sense.
Let the store open up. Let people come in. Then you just pop out. Like you might as well just done that. I would have respected
with the crowd
that
or
more.
something.
Yeah, I would have respected that more than you doing that dumb shit.
Yeah. But they're in court now, and that's how they found out. Like, yeah, we didn't really stay in the store. We left. We cut the camera. Like, check the store camera. We left. We weren't really in there for that long. But it's just like, this is what you put your freedom on. 24 and 25. And y'all was ready to risk it all.
30s, nigga. That's when they get out. It's wild as fuck.
$25,000 bail just for a couple clicks, man. It's just like, damn. I thought it was just on TikTok.
Speaking of niggas doing shit for clicks and fake shit and all this wild shit, Juicy
Smollett.
They let this nigga out of jail.
The gay Tupac.
They let this nigga out of jail, bro. Like, I had like a conversation with my
girl. Let him out?
We didn't really agree on it, right?
Well, you said they let him out of jail?
Yeah.
The nigga did 1 day?
To give him time to appeal, right?
You only got 150 days, my guy.
My girl.
What do you got to do? Like 20% of that or 10% of that? You got to do like
good behavior.
And you're gonna be in PC. They're gonna take care of you.
She was like, the punishment didn't fit the crime or whatever, and I was just sitting there and I was just like,
the punishment didn't fit the crime.
I was like, nigga, but like, you lied, bro. During the height of the time when niggas was getting like,
racial, you did a racial hate crime against yourself. You did a homophobic racial hate crime against yourself, involved other people, and then, like I said, you had law enforcement do the work to investigate. Once you add law enforcement to it, people are getting paid. There's time being spent. There's money being wasted. And you lied about this shit to what? Further your career?
Fam, Breonna Taylor ain't get that much press. Fucking like all like Floyd, like all of these people who actually went through shit, like who didn't get Floyd got the convictions, but she didn't get the convictions. Like, for you to fake that shit, to me, is fucked up. And like, I understand our system is broken, and not every person who like lies about certain shit goes to jail or whatnot. But like, just because like there are many that don't go, doesn't mean that this one person shouldn't get there. Just
that's what fucks up the whole system. It's like it's like when you cry wolf, the chicks who were actually like sexually assaulted by dudes, they don't get looked at the same because there's chicks out there who use that as like a get out of jail free card when they do dumb
chicks
shit.
Don't get punished either.
And nothing happens to them.
That that was trying to be made, but I was like, you cannot compare them because they're different situations. And either way, they're both wrong at the end of the day, right? So it's
Facts.
like, like if it's wrong, it's wrong. Because one doesn't get punished, doesn't mean that the other one should get any punished less. And like, I personally feel like, everyone who does some fuck shit like that, when you're dealing with people's lives and you're dealing with like, law enforcement, and like you're doing some bullshit, like you deserve to go to jail for the shit.
You brought this on yourself. Absolutely. No one asked you to do anything regarding this.
When chicks lie on dudes for like allegations and stuff like that, when like people file false reports because they want to gain something out of it, like all these things should be reprimanded, right? And I'm just like, at the end of the day, like the system's not perfect, but it has to work sometimes. And we just can't always nitpick when it works and when it be like, oh, but this happened. I'm like, I get it, but like,
right. And that's what I hate is like when one scenario happens, they're like, oh, but what about this and what about that? I'm like, no. Let's just worry about this one scenario because everything is going to be at a case by case basis. And just looking at it,
and sometimes it's going to be fucked up. Sometimes
right,
it's going to be fucked up.
Right.
This is America.
Usually it's going to be fucked up. Right. Right. Usually it's gonna be fucked up. There's gonna be someone who's getting hurt by this scenario. But what I don't like is he made all of this up, and he was supposed to start serving his 150 days. Just reading it now, he's appealing the case. But it's like once you get convicted and sentenced, that's it, bro. Like that should be it. You get an appeal, but they let this nigga go, man. This shit is like some high profile weirdo shit. I don't trust nothing about this, man.
I don't either.
I don't trust nothing about this.
And like, you know, it's just like
shit is sad.
Because like, yo, like in America, our legal system is definitely fucked up. And like we don't punish the right people all the time. And that's a fucking problem with the system. And it's but we don't have enough people who are actually doing the work to change it. And I get like, you know, it is, you know, against, you know, especially people of color a lot. And like, you know, especially when you got people who don't really view you as a human being who still have certain powers and shit like that. Like you have a mountain to fight against, right? But you got to fight it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't got no choice. Like, you don't have a choice.
Mountains to like do wild shit. So like you got to look at it like that. Like you just got to find the right tools and the right. It's going to take some time, and sometimes you're going to take an L, and it's fucked up when you got to take that L. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're looking at law stuff. Like yo, the Kyle Rittenhouse case. You know, like listen, look, his intent wasn't to go be a good Samaritan. His intent was to do some bullshit, right? And then it got into some like self-defense shit. You know what I mean? Like the niggas did run up on him or whatever, and he shot them niggas. And like, all right, cool. They said it's self-defense. All right, whatever. Like that's how you
things can be
that's
true.
how the law made it seem like you proved that reasonable doubt. Cool, you got that. But you let him off the gun charge that he should have never had the gun in the first place, bro. That's the fucked up. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean about picking and choosing what laws applies to who, or what rules applies to who, and who follows what rules, or when which rules should be put into effect. It's, you know, we do that in this country all the time for people who are,
and it shouldn't be like that. The rule should be the rule regardless of what it is, of who it is.
We both know there's there's like 5 different Americas. If you're rich, if you're poor, if you are LGBTQ, if you know, if you have a disability or some sort of you know, impediment to just moving around, you know, society in general,
and if you're not white,
that too. It's like it's weird, but I'm just looking at his comments in court for Jussie, and this guy really is like, I feel like he's having a mental thing with him, like.
He said
he premeditated all of this shit, and then even in court, when they like, usually if you lying and you get caught in a lie and it gets to this level, you just like, fuck it, the jig is up, you got me. Like, all right, whatever. This nigga's like, I'm innocent and I'm not suicidal. Why would you say that?
You say that shit? Yeah.
First of all, saying you're innocent, like, yo,
if you see something happen to me, it wasn't me because I'm not suicidal. But here's the problem, right? The reason
you're putting that idea out that something might happen to you, so that if something were to happen to you, you can be
use it for your own agenda. Yeah,
it's like you trying to be this victim superhero to be like, I survived a hate crime. I survived being gay and being, you know, ostracized and blah, blah. And then I survived the court system because even then they didn't believe. It's like you want to be this superhero victim to this idea that everyone is attacking you or hates you, or it's weird. It's really fucking weird, man. I feel like he's got some shit in his mind that Hollywood fucked this kid up, because once he saw he wasn't getting that much attention off that Empire shit, where do you go from there?
Yeah,
and his sister's killing it. His sister was on Lovecraft Country, and that show was an absolute banger. Journey Smollett, and she's a excellent actress. Excellent. She was in another slave series.
Hold on.
I think it was called something with an A. Antebellum, I think it was called. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, she's been an actress since like Full House. Like, she's an amazing actress, and I feel like this is something where he wasn't getting that attention in the in society, being on entertainment, and his sister's killing it. He's probably like some fucking black sheep at home. He's always dramatic, or some shit like that. And then he does this thing to where it's like,
that is her, isn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a chick off Full House.
Yeah, that little girl that used to hang with Michelle, the only black girl pretty much that used to come over, hang with Michelle. She's great, bro. She's great. She's so fucking great. And to have this nigga do this to their family name is gross. It's fucking gross. I'm innocent and I'm not suicidal. You're not innocent and you're not suicidal. You're right. You won't kill yourself because
she was in Birds of Prey. She got the Black Canary movie coming out. She was in The Great Debaters.
Yeah, she was in The Great Debaters. I remember that. That was a good movie.
Oh wow! I didn't know she was a Smouye.
Smouye. No, her name is Smollett. This nigga's name is Smolier or some weird shit. Cause like I feel like he's got some real mental shit happening here. Like no one protests they're not suicidal without feeling like either they are and wanted to push that aside, or gaslight people to think that they're not when something does happen to them. Like it's
and she hasn't said a damn statement about what he did. But after doing shit like Lovecraft Country, she's probably saying, "Look at this thing. Are you fucking kidding me?
The fuck I'm gonna say?" She probably at home like, "Yeah, I knew he was weird. He used to do weird shit at home." Like
she got like 5 siblings. Besides, like they're like 5 siblings with him included.
Oh, okay.
So like they've growing up, niggas is weird, and they all got J names too. Jesse, really? JoJo, Jake, and Joqui. I'm sorry if I fucked up your name.
That's cool. My mom did the same thing with us. We all got C names, and then my brother and my sister, all their kids got A names. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, the more I think about this nigga and think about the shit that actually happened and the whole court case and just this shit that's happening, I'm just like, bro, this is fucking sad, man. You're shaming yourself and your family.
Yeah, man. Like
he'll never work again.
And you know what's fucked up too? And this is what people don't realize. It's the same thing like when women like do fake allegations of sexual assault and whatever. Like now, if somebody says something happened to them, they're gonna question them in their story at all times.
Hard, right?
Way harder than they ever did before. And you make it harder for real victims to really get it, right? Because a lot of times you're not gonna find a lot of evidence, and the evidence you do find might not be enough, but it should be because of what the crime is, right? But now because of you sitting here, you fabricate, because now they're gonna be like, maybe you fabricated this whole shit.
Right. That cloutosismophobic. These niggas want that internal attention. Like when your self-esteem is so low, you need the world to tell you that you are something and somebody, that you do all of this shit. First of all, you in Chicago, 2 a.m, it's below freezing, and you go on the subway for a sandwich, my nigga. Come on, the logic is already gone.
Going out to get some dick, and
you could have. It would have been a more realistic story to say that. But like, listen, I was out on a booty call and blah blah blah. But come on, bro.
Subway. No one leaving their house in 5-degree weather to go get Subway. Plus, with Uber Eats popping out. Come on, man. Don't make no sense.
And you rich, nigga. You could have gotten anything.
Dude, you can have somebody from Subway come to your house to make the sandwich in front of you. You sit here talking about you. Come on, man.
First of all, it's not even good food. It's just a cold cut sandwich, like toasted. You can get that from
anywhere, dude. The fucking
make it at home, nigga.
Makes better sandwiches than that, bro. What are you talking about?
You could tell it wasn't thought out. This nigga
on the side note, New York got some of the best deli sandwiches I've ever had in my life.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. When I used to go to St. John's, right, and like we used to leave campus. Next to the Dunkin' Donuts was a shop there. I used to go there for the bacon, egg, and cheese in there on a bagel. Undefeated.
Good shit, man. Good shit. We got
There used to be Bagel Oasis and near that we used to go to when we used to go to like frat parties and shit. and like we would go
Really?
there the next morning, and like they had like the bacon cream cheese, and they had all this fire shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
With that bacon in the cream cheese.
in the cream cheese.
Because I usually make bacon, put cream cheese on my bagel, and then put the bacon on the. But that shit works for
I
me.
used to do that shit too, but they actually put it in the bacon, so
In
it's
the
like
cream
in the
cheese.
spread. Yeah.
I fuck with that. But really quick, while we on deli, so we were driving back from Boston. We stopped at some deli, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just got the feeling that the people in this deli don't see black people often, bro.
It was in Connecticut, wasn't it?
No, when we was in Boston. When we was leaving Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably right though. You're probably right still.
I got a weird feeling in there. Like when you know how I was with, we came in, everything stopped, my nigga. It was weird. Like it was weird. And then I was ordering it was breakfast. So I'm like, oh, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And like nigga took my order and then waited and looked at me and was like, yeah, we don't do egg sandwiches.
But you took the order.
Oh, okay. Is this not a deli? Not have eggs? Or I'm not arguing.
You know what? Some places don't do egg sandwiches. They just do cold cuts and stuff like that. That is
okay. True. Makes sense. That's why I was like,
New York, the delis are more versatile where they do like the egg
it's
sandwiches.
like full shops and shit. And, full supermarkets almost.
And they got like the stove in the back, whatever. But a lot of delis up here in like Massachusetts, like they don't do egg sandwiches and stuff. They'll do just like cold cut sandwiches and stuff like that.
I mean, when he said
there and take an order,
that was the weird part. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then I was like, all right, let me get a turkey club. The nigga went to make it, and like you got a stove, you got a skillet, you made the bacon and all that. So it was just weird. But yeah, they were like, what? They were like, just everyone stopped and was standing still, and like I'm like, what the fuck?
These niggas walked up in here.
What the fuck did I walk into? Fucking weird, but
like,
yeah.
Look at this tall ass nigga right here. What he gonna get? What he
like you came through the door?
Hey, go get my gun. Put it under this counter real quick. Yo, that's some wild shit, bro.
Nigga make me pay in advance and shit. Like it was just weird, bro. Like you came through the door, you hear the little bell at the top of the door. It's like, ding, and then everything just stopped. Like everybody on their phone looks up. The nigga that was in the back.
I hate when people stop and just look at you. I'm like, what? Y'all want me to whip my dick out and start swinging it around so y'all can know that I'm black? I don't understand.
I'm about to get the fuck out of here. I got my sandwich. I had to flip through the cheese to make sure I ain't no extra shit in my shit. Like
them niggas.
But yeah,
bro,
it's fucking crazy. But yeah, Juicy Smollett, man, get some help, Juicy. Get some help, Juicy. Like I don't know what an appeal is gonna do. You might still end up in jail, but
it is what it is, my nigga.
It is what it is. Take us out, bro.
All right, y'all know what it is. Episode 21. I hate it here podcast. Oh, episode 22. I hate it here podcast. It's your boy Kev.
It's your boy Russ.
And we are out this month.